1997 Metal Universe. This is the PMG Precious Metal Gems Red variant Michael Jordan rookie. This might be the most exciting modern trading card in auction 3. We were elated to feature what was the green variant in auction 2, which sold for at what is now a record of over $300,000. This offered red variation, as most folks know, is limited to 90 of the total 100 production run. The last 90 were of the red variant, the first 10 being green. Offered here as a PSA 6.5, which I think almost everyone would agree. And we encourage people to go in and look at the high-res digital images that we now take for everything that we sell. This card looks infinitely better than the grade assigned. PSA's standards on these cards, I mean, we can see the flaws that they see, but I think almost everyone would say this card is at least an 8 or better in terms of overall eye appeal. We'll dig into the technical aspects a bit, but the eye appeal far exceeds the grade. I mean, this card is absolutely gorgeous. And I think from a subtle distance away, it's got a mint look to it. The corners are all there. It's fresh. This is just one of the finest copies in the world, to be perfectly honest. Even though it's only graded a 6.5, I just think this will stack up well to nearly all other known copies. They don't get a whole lot better than this. Just stunning. The importance of the Precious Metal Gems production from '97 has it's an iconic issue, and most people would agree it's probably it set the tone for what would become most of modern trading cards, with both serial numbers but also this very complicated full bleed foil production, which was very fragile and difficult to maintain for the manufacturers. Forget how the world handled them and the flaws that induced there. Just the manufacturing was very difficult, and the flaws that the edges sort of were subjected to is preventing most of these from grading higher than 7s and 8s. They don't really come looking any better than this. This is about as good as it gets. So going in on the technical details, corners are sharp. There's really no signs of wear. What we see is manufacturer chipping along the edges as we go here. It's very subtle. There's not a lot that catches the eye. What appears to be the only flaw that, in our opinion, keeps the card from technically grading higher with PSA is this one chip up here in the upper left extreme edge. It's a crack. The cardstock is fully there, but in the cutting process, it pulls at the edge, and these little cracks can sometimes be introduced. It's very subtle, but that seems to be probably what was the only thing keeping the card from grading what might have otherwise been an 8 or better. It's just a really well preserved PMG Red Jordan. There just aren't enough of these. Really, really fun to be featuring this. So yeah, all told, it's one of the most exciting modern trading cards that we've brokered in our history, for that matter, and this seems to be continually on an upward trajectory of importance amongst modern card investors. There are not enough of these to go around. We recommend that people take this very seriously, because another surfacing could be infrequent, and frankly there just aren't enough fundamentally to satisfy demand. About as good as it gets.